Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us for your news at midday. First alert weather days have gone into effect next week, mainly for now. We're keeping an eye out on what's going to be the coldest air of the season so far, and we're going to have to watch Tuesday closely because of the potential for the return of wintry weather into the Carolinas. The two things I can guarantee for you next week: morning lows will drop into the teens and wind chills as cold as the single digits by next week as we turn breezy behind our next system, and we watch very closely Tuesday evening and Tuesday night for the potential return of wintry weather. And it's all going to stem thanks to an area of low pressure that's going to try to develop in the Gulf, similar to what we had at the end of last week. However, our scenarios have flip-flopped because our air mass in place next week behind this cold front even colder than what we had last week, and because of that, that means the air is even drier and you need more moisture to build in from either the Atlantic or the Gulf to support wintry precipitation. If this low were to take a path farther to the south and this drier air is able to stay more in place across the Carolinas, that would mean that we are staying dry as we head into the middle of next week. Here's a look at our two long-range pieces of computer data that we have of the most recent runs, and you'll be able to notice where our low pressure system, at least in these particular pieces of computer data, are taking similar paths, noticing where across the European model more of a lighter snow across the low country, and for the American-based GFS model the opportunity for a wintry mix in far southern portions of the state and into the low country. This is not a forecast, this is simply just something we are going to watch very closely once we get into the middle of next week. Our confidence has grown a little bit in the opportunity to support a wintry mix. The two things, again, we're guaranteeing next week: frigid temperatures and wind chills as well that could drop into the single digits. And as a friendly reminder, as far as winter weather forecasting is concerned, we are still trend watching. We are way too far away, I should say, from precipitation type as well as timing. Even though things are getting better for us as we get into this weekend, we still have a lot of details to hash out, and that's why for now we are watching things closely, and when we know, we'll be the first to alert you right here at WIS. Beautiful blue sky out from our transmitter camera. The sun saying hello to us this afternoon as well. Temperatures have already started to climb pretty nicely out there all across the region. For some of us, mid-50s already. Aiken, 55 degrees. Orangeburg, Sumter also making their way into the mid-50s. Sunshine will continue to stay in control, with high pressure sliding over from our west, which means that all of our high temperatures today are going to make a run at 60 degrees. And I really think a lot of us around Columbia and in the Midlands will be able to briefly hit the 60-degree mark by the end of this afternoon and take advantage of it, because once we get into this weekend, our next cold front will drop in, bringing with it rounds of showers for your Saturday morning, and rain chances will decrease as the weekend proceeds, but still enough lingering moisture. I wouldn't be surprised if a few of these showers hang on Saturday night and into your Sunday morning. And then next week, first alert weather days in effect because of how much colder we're set to get across the Carolinas.